Okay, this is the second part in the modeling of the précis format. I'm going to draft a précis based on the Race Discourse in the U.S. Confederate Flag article. And so I've got my article, I've marked it. You can kind of see I've got some highlighted language and some places where I've got comments so that if I want to come back to pick up the breadcrumbs, I can. I'm going to go, here's the document I'm going to use to write my précis, and what I did is I just pasted in the guidelines for the précis so I don't forget what to do with each sentence. So I've already started. I've got in this article by these people, the authors argue. I'm going to say that they, I want to indicate here that it's based on a rhetorical analysis of, I think there were, I'm just going to scroll down and see how many subjects they had. I think they had 23. Yeah, and 23. Okay. Based on a rhetorical analysis of 23 undergraduate sociology students at a white Southern university that, I'm going to go back to my notes. I think the argument appears sort of partly in the abstract, which is right there. Findings reveal that whiteness remains a largely unmarked category. And then if I scroll down, I think at the end I've got a little bit more highlighted stuff about the argument. The students were downplaying and using defensive diversions. They weren't able to specifically articulate their sentiments, and I was putting my note here that they don't understand their own positionality regarding race, and so that white people often downplay race issues because they don't understand their positionality regarding race. Okay. So that's that unmarked category idea that they I want to say they also use and substitute other, oops, I think I lost track of that. Downplay race issues and substitute other arguments that privilege themselves because they don't understand their positionality regarding race. Okay, I think that's pretty good. That's kind of what I think the argument is. Indicate ways in which the article supports the argument. Okay, to support this conclusion, the authors conducted, maybe I should say arrive, because they did the study first. At this conclusion, the authors conducted a study of, maybe I should move that stuff down. I'm going to take that language right out of there. Conducted a rhetorical analysis. Let's see. Conducted a study based on rhetorical analysis of focus group conversations involving 23 undergraduate sociology students at a white Southern university, and found that the subjects engaged in downplaying and diversive, what do they call it? Diversive something. Defensive diversions. Defensive diversions. When asked to discuss the Confederate flag. Okay, audience would be, the audience is rhetoric and sociology experts interested in race discourse, and also educators who might intervene with students, might assist students in addressing race issues in the classroom. The purpose is to encourage educators to make race a more visible component of classroom dialogue. Okay, I'm just gonna get rid of some of these language so I'm not confused. Alright, there's the beginning of my lovely précis. I'm gonna get that sentence put in place. Audience and purpose. Okay, and then the study seems credible, though the sample size is small. Put this in, published in a peer-reviewed journal by experts in sociology. The study seems credible, though the sample size is small. And let me just double check the year. I think the year is in here too. 2009, and the study took place, I think, in 2006. Yeah. So it seems credible and recent, though the sample size is small. Okay. My reaction, I think the study presents a good model of rhetorical analysis based on, what's it called? The kind of theoretical orientation of these scholars is focus. I think it's right there. Critical discourse analysis. But because the sample size is small, it's difficult to say how accurate the results are, and some issues of power, such as class and rurality, could have been addressed in more detail to access the complexity in the results. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Get rid of that. There's my lovely précis.